Welcome in. Today we have something really cool, something really good. All right, so let's see here. First, I got to do some cleanup real quick. We're going to clean that up. Good morning. Hello, Maxim. Hello, Misty. Good morning. Hi, Rose. Happy Friday. I see somebody. Hey, cowboy, come on in. Come on in. We're gonna go over how six figures are being able to be created in 2026. How are people doing it, and what are we doing, right? Because people want to know. Come on in now. If you're coming through, if you tap the screen and you do like one or two hearts or whatnot, it helps the algorithm. So that goes for both platforms. I'm going to be on two platforms this morning. I'm going to be able to share how it is that people are creating six figures in 2026. How are we people doing that, right? We want to know. I wanted to know. That's one of the biggest reasons why. So as people are coming through, if it's your first time coming in, put one in the comments. Let me know if it's your first time coming through. Uh, Happy Friday. I'm here at the same time. Hello, hello, good morning, good morning. We're going to go over how people are creating income online and how people are creating different income streams. What are people doing to be able to create that six-figure income online? How are they doing it? What are we doing? And how is it that we can learn how to do that, right? Because right now, what I am seeing and what's going on here is, even from my personal experience, is that we're working a lot of hours. We work 40 plus hours. Some of us are working two jobs. As a mama, I've always been working. I've been working since I was a very young kid. I've been working probably since I was around, I'd say 15, maybe younger than that. Hi, Susie. Oh, I gotta send, I really try to say hi to everybody when you can do the waves. I really like sending waves to people. And I try to do that as we go along. And then, of course, if you guys have any questions along the way, you could do that as well. So then what happened was, is I was working, I've been working for a really long time, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with some hard earned income, right? But then what's happened is when people are, as I get paid, and probably experience the same thing, right? As we're getting paid, the check is gone within 48 hours of us receiving our paychecks, right? So how is it that people are creating the six-figure incomes online? Last year I got sick, and what happened was I lost pay. And then when you lose pay, when you lose work time from work, you lose pay. And then when you lose that pay, you fall behind financially, right? So then it becomes a snowball effect of you're not able to make ends meet, or you're struggling to pay X, Y, and Z. And I didn't want to keep doing the same thing over and over. It got me thinking that there has to be other ways of how people are creating income online. What are people doing to create a six-figure income, and how are they doing that? So it was important for me to understand what it is that they were doing. I just got tired of living paycheck to paycheck and being financially stuck and not being able to get ahead. It gets to that point where I just didn't want to do that anymore. And so what happened is I discovered a blueprint where I can learn how to earn every single day and being able to create a six-figure income online and how to do that. One of the biggest things, that there's just so much information out there that it gets confusing and it gets kind of crazy out there. And I just wanted to be able to simplify that information and be able to help other families understand how people are creating that six-figure income. What are they doing? How are they doing it? And being able to share with you guys exactly how a six-figure income is possible in 2026. I mean, that if you have a phone, you're able to create income online. And it's that simple. If you have a phone, you should be able to create income online. And you're able to follow a step-by-step process. Okay. It's not overcomplicated. It's a simple step-by-step process that you could follow. You don't need experience. You don't need any tech. You don't need a following. Basically, just have a phone. If somebody would have told me, like, way back when my kids were young, hey, it showed me this, I would have been able to be so further ahead and have been able to be so much further along. Okay, so what I'm going to do is first off and foremost is if you haven't accessed the blueprint, you're able to access the blueprint with the link in my bio. And I'm going to show you exactly the starting point because you get free access. Well, I didn't put do not disturb on that phone. Sorry about that. Where you're able to get that free starting point to be able to learn how is it that a community is learning how to create a six-figure income online. Okay. I'm going to show you that starting point. I'm going to turn you guys around really quickly because we're going to do some sharing. Okay. I'm going to share with you guys quite a bit of information. So it's going to go, as we go along, I'm not going to backtrack, but we're going to go forward and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep moving forward. But if you missed any of it, I will have a replay and I will put the replay on for you guys so that if you missed any parts of this on how to do the six-figure income online and how to do that, then we're going to go ahead and I'll put the replay for you. Okay. So if you missed anything, it's okay. We're going to share how it is that people are creating that six-figure income online. All right. So let's see here. If you haven't already, you go to builddailypaywithgloria.com for free access to a blueprint. Okay. You're going to get free access, and that is a free starting point. Okay. Everybody has to start somewhere. Okay. And understanding what people are doing to create a six-figure income is key and somewhere to start. You have to start somewhere, right? For me, knowledge is power. The more information that I can get and educated and understand, the better you're off. So if you go to builddailypaywithgloria.com, it is going to take you to this page here. And if you guys are coming on, if you tap the screen and you hit like on the screen, it does help the algorithm. It helps it circulate the video. Let's see here. Okay. So you're going to go to this page here, and then what's going to happen is you're going to drop your email there. And your email here, you're going to be able to access this free blueprint, okay? This blueprint is a 2-hour blueprint that teaches you how to earn 100% profits online. And then you're able to access a free blueprint. There is a whole bunch of people that come on, and they're like, hey, we're making digital products, we're doing digital, and we're making X amount of dollars, we're doing this, that, and the other thing. So what happened is, when you're trying to pay X, Y, and Z and you're struggling to make ends meet or you're having a hard time, there's this like need right now for people to learn how to be able to create that income online. Last year, I got sick and I missed work. And when you missed work, you miss pay. And when you miss pay, and what happens is you get on this rat race, right? You get on this race where you're trying to figure out. And what happens is you end up getting those medical bills but you missed work, right? But you've been the person that's been working like nonstop. You are always working. I was told that as long as I just kept working hard, all will be well, right? So we're doing all of this, we're doing all this work, and what happens is we're tired, exhausted, and we are still trying to get ahead, and we're having a hard time getting ahead, right? So what happens is I just didn't want to do that anymore. Hi, Mama Sue. I didn't want to just have to keep working just to stay afloat and then just to tread water. Hi, Robbie. How are you this morning? I just didn't want to do that anymore. So it comes to a point where it just like, okay, I've had enough of this. This is like I'm working my tail off. I'm doing everything right and I'm working, and then I'm still having a hard time making ends meet. So it doesn't make any sense to keep doing that, right? We don't want to keep doing that, and we don't let me see here. I got to do a little quick cleanup here. Just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second here. I got to do a cleanup here real quick. Let's go ahead and clean this up. Let's see here. We're going to clean that up. We're going to, and then I should send a couple of invites here. Let's see here. Hi, Marie. How are you this morning? Let's see here. Let's just clean this up real quick so we can get on with it. I just have to clean up real quick. Okay, I think we're good. Hey Marie, how are you? If this is your first time coming through, just put one in the comments. I'm kind of curious to see. I'm in California. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know also where you guys are coming in from. That's always kind of cool to see the reach and see where you guys are all coming in from. All right. And so I think I cleaned this up pretty well here. Okay. So I think we're good. Let's see here. I don't see, let's see here. We're going to clean that up. Let's see here. Okay. So if you're just coming on and you're trying to understand how people are creating a six-figure income online, this is the place, this is the right place for you to start. Last year, like I said, I got sick last year and then I missed work, which I meant pay. But what happened was is I was always conditioned to be that person, right? To be the person that you're working really hard, you're showing up, you're doing all the right things, and then you're still treading water. You're living paycheck to paycheck. So if you feel like you've been working really hard and you're still trying to catch up financially, it's probably why you're seeing the video. Okay. Being a parent and wanting to spend more time with my family, but we need that income, right? So we have to keep working and we miss a lot of time with our kids and family. I ended up having surgery last year, and I remember having surgery thinking to myself, like, I'm not going to take it for granted because I was 2 weeks away from my birthday, almost not being here to make the video. And you get all of these aha moments, right? Where it's like, I still want to do X, Y, and Z. I still am not ready because I have all these things that I still have to do. And leaving behind, what am I leaving behind? And because we're always trying to get ahead and we're trying to like make ends meet and we're struggling. And I just thought to myself, it has to be a better way, right? There has to be more than just this. And in 2026, when I discovered a blueprint where you're able to learn how to earn income streams and being able to make that every single day, I did access that blueprint. A friend of mine had been sharing, she's a friend of a friend at that, right? She was sharing online, she was talking about a 30K and 90-day run. And I didn't quite understand what that meant. I was like, what does that mean? Just discovering the fact that people are online in 2026 from their phone creating a six-figure income stream. I thought there's just no way. I was so skeptical and I didn't understand, but I wanted to learn. So I'm here to share with you guys how it is that people are learning how to create that six-figure income online. What are we doing? How are we doing it? And then it's with the 2-hour schedule. So what happens is you think, okay, you make a $1,400 day and you're doing it just, good morning, Linda. You're doing a $1,400 day or a $600 day or a $900 day, and you're just using a phone to do that. How is that possible? How is it even, and so wrapping my head around it, I needed to wrap my head around exactly how people were doing that. So I wanted to understand, I wanted to learn. And okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you guys the program where you're able to plug in and earn 100% profit from your phone, being able to learn how to do that and being able to create a $1,400 a day. Okay. So let's get into that. I'm going to share with you guys. So the program is the Legacy Builders program, okay? And what it is you're going to be able to plug in and be able to learn how to create a six-figure income online. So what happens is here you're going to be able to learn the different ways of how people are creating a six-figure income online. This is where you learn. Now, what happens is in order to access the free access to the blueprint, okay, you're going to go either to the link in my bio and or you just go to builddailypaywithgloria.com, and it's going to take you to this page here. And this page here, you're going to be able to plug in and being able to just drop your email. And then I will send you guys the blueprint directly to your inbox. That's how you're able to go ahead and access that free blueprint. Learning how to create a six-figure income online from your phone has never been easier in 2026. You're able to create a six-figure income by following the program step by step. You don't need experience. You don't need tech support. You don't need a following. You just need to be able to plug in and learn. And the way that you access the blueprint is here. That's how you're going to get your free starting point. Now, part of the community is I always like to share the community with you guys, and I always like to share a video because the video here, Logan is super cool. He and I can relate to. I can relate to Logan just because he's that person that worked and worked and worked, but it's just regular people creating a six-figure income like you and I, right? We have a stay-at-home mom. We have, whoops, sorry about that. We have a stay-at-home mom. We have teachers, we have busy dads, we have a door dasher, we have a teacher who's there. These are all success stories of how creating a six-figure income online is possible. When I discovered the blueprint, a friend of mine had been talking about it on another app. And it's really crazy because I didn't really understand what it is that she was talking about. And all I knew, all she was talking about is she was talking about how she wanted, let's see here, we're gonna do some cleanups. I try to clean up here along the way. Let's see here. Hi, Patricia. Hey, Mara. If you guys are just coming on and it's your first time coming through, put one in the comments if you're just coming through. Let's see here. One of the things that was always ingrained in us when we were kids, what was ingrained out, because I saw my grandpa, he was always working, right? And he would get up from before the light was out until the light set. And so I was always ingrained, as long as you work really hard, everything's going to be fine. And I did all the right things. I didn't finish college. I did some college, but I did go to school, and I've been an SEO consultant for over 20 years. And I have shown up, worked early, stayed late, did all the right things. But then when you go and you ask for that promotion or that raise and they tell you not at this time, it hits different. It hits different. And let me tell you, it's like I decided that I wasn't going to allow somebody else to dictate how I was going to get paid any longer. And I wanted to figure this out because there's so many people right now in 2026 who are earning six-figure incomes just by using their phone. So I was going to do some research, and I was going to do my homework, and I was going to figure this out, and I was going to figure out how it is that people were creating that six-figure income, or how they were creating those paydays every day. So I did my research, and when I came across the Legacy Builders program and being able to actually plug in and learn how people are creating a six-figure income, it's changing the entire digital world, and it's just taking it by storm. I didn't realize that it was so basic. It's so simple to plug in, and you don't need tech. I didn't need experience. I didn't need a following. I was going to be walked through step by step on how it is that I could build a six-figure income online. Now, if you guys haven't already accessed the blueprint, you're able to access the blueprint with the link in my bio. Now, if it's your first time coming through and you haven't seen any of the videos, but you're here, it's probably because we're going through some of the similar situations, right? Hi, we're struggling to make ends meet, or we're living paycheck to paycheck, or we're trying to figure out how to create income streams for our family. Oh, it's your first time. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Um, so being able to create a different income stream for our family is so needed in these times, right? Because there's a lot of us that are just working 40 plus hours and we're still not able to get ahead. And the situation with my family is I just got tired of living paycheck to paycheck, putting things on credit cards, having to always like try to figure it out. I kind of got tired of that. I was like, I'm not doing that no more. I have to get out of this comfort zone. We have to get out of our element and we have to do something different. When I accessed the program and I was able to access the Legacy Builders program just to understand what people were doing to create a six-figure income online, I wanted to learn what it is that people were doing to make that $1,400 a day, or they had a $900 day, or, it goes on and on. It's like there's 100, 300, 600, 900, and $1,400 a day. Okay. There's like all these different ways to make different income streams online. I wanted to understand. So I accessed what's called the blueprint. It's a free access to the information. And if you haven't accessed the blueprint already, you're able to do so with the link in my bio. All right. What type of income? Well, there's different income streams that you're able to access. You're able to learn how to create $100 a day. You're able to create a $300 a day. You're able to create a $600 a day, or a $900 or $1,400. And the program, it's up to you guys and your family's needs on what it is that you want to come in at and learn to start plugging in and being able to create that online income for your family. So it's up to you, like where you want to start, the starting point where you want to start at. Let me show you the program very quickly and I'll show you how to access the blueprint. Okay. So that way you can access the blueprint and then you're able. And if you have any questions and I don't have an answer to the question, because I'm not going to sit here and be a know-it-all because I don't know everything, but I know enough to be able to be creating the income stream from my phone. But if you have a question, you can go ahead and you can always send me a question and I'll try to get an answer to your guys' questions. Because I think the more that we know as working people who are just working and trying to stay afloat, the more knowledge that you get on how people are doing this, I think the better that we're off. And being left behind and struggling to make ends meet, it doesn't, I don't dig that. Thank you for the hearts and thank you for the love. I do appreciate that because that helps circulate the video. Okay, so let me show you guys very quickly how to do that, how to access that blueprint. You're able to go here. Let me show you guys. I'm going to turn you guys around so I could show you. Oh, thank you. Okay, so here, what happens is you're going to go to BillDailyPayWithGloria.com. Okay, and so what happens from there is you're going to go to this page here, and that's the program. So what's going to happen is you're going to go here to this page. It's going to land you on the page. And then you're going to go here. And then what happens is you're going to go ahead. This is where you're going to discover that 2-hour schedule. And you're going to be able to learn 100% profit online business daily, right? So then you drop your email there. And then you're going to go ahead and hit that button. And then what happens from there is you're going to be able to access that blueprint. Now, when you access that blueprint, you're going to be able to go ahead and get it sent directly to your inbox. And then when you get it sent directly to your inbox, then you're going to be able to learn how it is, where to get started, basically. It's free information. Knowledge is power, right? So the more information that you are able to understand how people are creating that six-figure income, the better you're off. And for me personally, too, I just didn't want to do the same thing over and over. I just got I was burnt out. I was tired. Hi, Rose. I was tired. I was burnt out. And I just didn't want to keep doing the same thing over and over. It just didn't make any sense. Especially my family has always been ingrained and conditioned. We've always been conditioned to work harder and not, sometimes we have to work smarter and not so hard. But that's how we're conditioned. We're conditioned to go and put in the overtime, show up early, stay late, and it just gets exhausting and tiresome. So when I discovered the program where I'm able to create these $1,400 days or $900 days, it gets to the point where I don't have to put in like 5, 6 hours of overtime. I've been putting 2 hours and then I'm able to create this extra revenue for my income stream for my family. Now, creating different income streams is also, you have the ability to learn how to do that. Okay. And being able to learn how to be able to create different income streams for your family and being able to grow an online business. I didn't even know that this was even a thing. I didn't know that this was online and this was even possible. So it's one of the coolest things that I've been able to understand and wrap my head around because they make it very simple, a simple step by step process, easy to follow, and being able to learn all of these things with no experience, no tech, no following, and being able to just follow something step by step and create an online business and being able to grow online and being able to understand how to create passive income and not just one stream. There's like all these little streams of income that you're able to tap into. And then that's what you're going to learn and being able to learn how to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to turn that over. Now, the program that I plugged into is called the Legacy Builders Program, and it's an educational program. And I plugged in, and this is where I plugged in to learn how to create those different income streams. Now, the community itself is you're able to create that $1,400 extra that's been changing a lot of people and the way that they make money, right? Because we want to be able to change how we're making money nowadays, right? So being able to plug in and learn, that is key, you guys. It is key to be able to learn how to build a business online because that's what we need to learn how to do, being able to build and grow and being able to get educated and understand. Now, one of the really cool things now, which is like for the Latin community, right? For the Latin community, people that speak Spanish, they have now released it in English and in Spanish. If you want access to the free blueprint, you're able to do so if you go to Build Daily Pay with Gloria, and the link is in my bio or on my page because I'm doing two at the same time. Then you're able to go ahead and access that blueprint with Build Daily Pay with Gloria. And you're able to do that if you go to this page here. Let me show you guys. You go to the page, then you're able to access the blueprint. And the blueprint is this is where you're going to discover how people are creating that six-figure income stream online, how people are learning to grow an online business. This is your free starting point. This is where you access a blueprint that teaches you how to earn 100% profit online. Being able to discover this it changed my life. It's changing how you see and create income stream online and how people are developing an online business from their phone. No tech skills, no experience, no following, and being able to do an income of, say, you get, $900 or $600. I mean, it's changing how we make income online. Now, I wanted to share a six-figure income earner because I relate with Logan. I like this person just because it's very similar to my family. So I share the story with you guys because he's very relatable and he's just this down to earth guy. Let me play that for you because I actually I actually I relate to Logan, but you guys may relate to somebody else. There's like other people on here, but I have also been that worker bee, right? The one that works all the time. Now, if you guys are just coming on and you haven't seen how to access the blueprint, you can do so with that link in my bio. But I'm going to play Logan's story because Logan and I just relate to Logan because I am that worker bee, right? Okay, so hold on a second here. Let me go ahead and play that for you.
Thought never thought I would be here, a year and a half ago in August of 24. But for those of y'all that don't know me, my name's Logan Bidwell, a blue collar husband, dad of 4 kids that keep us super busy. And all I ever knew before was just work the overtime. Then I tried some MLM things, but I failed because I didn't like bugging my friends and family. I didn't like sliding in the DMs, but I always had a dream of something to be able to do to build freedom without giving up my paycheck. And I kind of got away from it, started mowing yards evenings and weekends. It took a lot more time away from my family, and my family was burnt out. I was burnt out. And so I started looking for a way to create income from my phone because it's a digital world we live in. So why not? But I didn't even know how to shoot a video on TikTok. I wasn't a content creator. I didn't have a following. I just had a strong desire to make a change for my family. And when I ran across Legacy Builder, started gotten somebody's email system, started getting those automated emails, and didn't have any belief in myself, but I ran across the link for one of these webinars, and I got on, and I saw just everyday people, moms, dads, grandparents, just people being able to fit it in their busy schedule. Because when I saw 2 hours a day, I thought, man, between working a full-time job, trying to make it to my kids' ball games, mowing yards, I don't have 2 hours. I'm up at 4 a.m. and I go to bed at 11, and I'm busy all day. But what I really realized, it was a Sunday, because my iPhone gave me an alert on how much screen time I was spending, and showed me how much time I was wasting on my phone. And I thought, why don't I just trade that time? I mean, I can carve out 2 hours a day in 10, 20-minute segments of my day on my lunch break, before work, after work, in the evenings, when my kids are in bed, at halftime at a ball game. I can make a 7-second video with words on a screen. And it gave me the belief that I could do something online. But like I said, I didn't want to bug friends and family. I didn't want to slide in the DMs. And I needed the step-by-step training. I mean, taking all the guesswork out of it took a lot of pressure off of me. And creating content was scary, but so was being $30,000 in credit card debt. So was not being ready for college. So was knowing that the last 20.
So that's just one person in the community who is doing, who's also plugged in, learning Access Legacy. But the starting point is, of course, the blueprint. That's where you want to start. As far as free information, you want to start at the starting point. Like, what and how are people creating an online business and being able to grow online? How are people doing it just using their phone, right? With no experience, no tech, no following. That's your starting point. And that's it. It's just getting that information to be able to understand how that digital space works. What are people doing? How are they creating an online business? How are people growing online? Thank you for the hearts. That's very sweet of you. So that's the starting point, and that's where I encourage you to do that. Being able to learn how to create a six-figure income online. How are people doing that? How are people growing online? Now, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, financially stuck, and you're not able to make ends meet, I mean, that is the perfect starting point for you to be able to access that blueprint, being able to learn how it is that people are creating that online income stream, right? Last year, when I got sick and then having to experience missing a lot of work and then not being able to make, because I was the overtime person that was working because that's what was required in order to stay afloat. I have to put in that overtime, do all those extra hours, 40 plus hours. And then when I got sick and I missed a bunch of work, it just kind of snowballs from there. It snowballs, and then you're struggling to pay that bill, or you're struggling to try to figure out how you're going to shuffle things around, or what's going to be the priority, and having to have that stress of like, how am I going to pay that bill, is exhausting, especially as a parent. It gets tiresome. So what happened was, I mean, accessing the blueprint and being able to have a solution as to being able to create income streams online by using your phone. Now, now we're talking. Now we're talking, because now it's like, let's not cause any more. Let's be the solution to the problem, right? We're going to find a solution to the problem. And that's what I'm here. Build Daily Pay with Gloria, because I'm here to try to help families in similar situations who are just exhausted and who has exhausted everything they possibly could, and they're trying to figure out, what are we going to do and how are we going to do it. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Being able to find a solution to something that we should not be experiencing, that is what we're trying to do here. So access the blueprint, being able to learn and being able to help others grow an online business. That's the key, right? All right. So There's a couple things that I just wanted to go over with you guys before I go. It's a step-by-step process. Okay, a step-by-step process. No experience, no tech, and no following. So those are like your basics, right? And it's so simple. Hi. It's so simple to follow a step-by-step process and being able to learn how to do that. All right. So I'm going to share with you guys the community wins because we always like to do that. Thank you. We always like to do that. So we're going to go ahead and do the community wins and then I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Okay. So give me 1 second here. Let's go here. And we're going to share the community wins with you guys. Let's see here. All right. I'm going to turn you guys back around so don't get dizzy. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to show you the community wins and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to share that blueprint with you. Okay. So this is the community wins and this is important for you guys to be able to access that information. Let's see here. If you wanted to go ahead and access that blueprint, you can do so with the link there, builddailyplaywithgloria.com. Oh, I didn't turn you guys around. So y'all didn't get dizzy yet. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Here we go. So I'm going to share the community wins with you guys because I think it's important that you guys kind of see that here. So builddailypaywithgloria.com. If you want to access the blueprint, you can do so. That is a link that's going to get you free access to that blueprint. Now, these are the wins in the community, which I love to share with you guys because I want to be able to give you guys an overview of how we're growing an online business from our phone. It's a $900 win for her. How we're doing it with no experience, no tech, no following, but able to build somebody got their first sale. Being able to build an online business where you can grow a six-figure income. This person made $1,000 in a day. That's extra income, right? Because we're busy parents or we're working or we're working hard, but we're still trying to catch up financially. Plugging in and learning how to do that every step of the way. A $900 sale this person made, a $1,400 sale. I mean, these are everyday people learning the program, learning how to build an online business from their phone. Now, if you haven't accessed the blueprint, it's a free access to a simple step-by-step process. BuildDailyPayWithGloria.com. Just drop your email and I will send you guys the blueprint. It's that easy and that simple. And let's see here. We're going to go down the line. Somebody made a $300 sale. And these are people within the community and being a part of a community and being able to share these wins with you guys is such a blessing because it gives everybody an overview of what is possible with an online business. Somebody created a $300 day there, $100 day. It's, I mean, I don't know, but in 2026, it is definitely possible. Here, if you haven't accessed the blueprint, again, there's the link. You go here. This is where you're going to be able to access the blueprint where it teaches you 100% profit. You can just drop you drop an email and then I go ahead and send that over to you guys. Now, the other thing too is I wanted to share, Christina Bell is our first six-figure income earner, or she's our 129th six-figure income earner. She just did it plugging in, doing the business, growing an online business where she is also applying what I'm learning. And then here she is here.
Christina,
This is
with us,
her.
my friend.
I am. Yes, I'm right here. I'm nervous, but I'm here.
Oh, I love it. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you so much for sharing. I'm so excited to hear.
It is an honor. It is truly an honor. And I just want to start out by saying thank you so much. It is truly an honor for you to ask me to do this. I honestly feel like I am nobody crazy special. I am literally a regular stay-at-home mom that really didn't want a job. I just want to be home with my kids. But I got so sick and tired of looking at my husband's eyes, knowing that he's carrying the financial weight for our family. If we needed more money, he just had to work harder. And I thought that my only option, now that my kids are all at school, is to go get that job that I really, really did not want, or the side hustles. I bake cookies on the side and I would work 14-hour days in my kitchen to make $30 because of the cost of supplies. So I needed something better. I never, ever in my wildest dreams ever thought that this was even a possibility of making money online because I knew literally nothing about it. Randomly scrolling over on Facebook, some random lady kept popping up in my feed, and I asked her for information. I was blown away. She was a stay-at-home mom herself, and she was homeschooling her kids, making money from her phone. So I'm like, that seems like it's too good to be true, but I'm intrigued. So I got the details, and my husband was skeptical. I sat in her emails for a couple weeks, not sure about this whole process, and then I saw a webinar just like this, and it changed everything. I heard Daryl Hannah talking at the end of one of them, and he said, if you are coachable and if you are consistent, there is literally no way you can't see some success. That was my turning point, and I'm like, I got to do this. I literally have to just try. To me, the risk was so small compared to going and getting a job and being away from my kids. So I dove in, and I mean, I knew nothing. I didn't even know what a webinar was when she said a webinar. And when she said, here's your blueprint, I was like, we're not building houses, so I have no idea what you're talking about. So I dove in and I literally just followed the steps. I'm God honest. Michelle has a launch to profit training, and I literally just followed that to a T. And within 2 weeks, I made my investment back. My investment that I couldn't afford to do in the beginning, but I saw the value in it. So I jumped in, got my investment back. This past year, $70K as a regular stay-at-home.
All right. So let's turn this back around. Yeah, I do a little bit of turning around so don't get dizzy. So that's exactly the it's just motivating, right? It's motivating to be able to see how you're able to create an online income stream and how to be able to do that, and then being able to learn how to create a $1,400 day or a $900 day or a $600 day. I mean, it's it's just it's super cool to be able to create those different income streams online. And if you haven't accessed the blueprint, or you have commented ready in any of my videos, that's probably because we relate, right? Because we are the we're the working person that is showing up. We're showing up early, we're staying late, and we're still like financially stuck or not able to make ends meet, or we are not able to go do the things that we want to do, right? So being able to share that with you guys and being able to show you exactly how it is that people are building an online business, what we're doing, how we're doing it. That's why I'm here, because we want to build that daily pay every single day, right? I want to be able to share that with you guys. Being able to build daily pay and being able to do that every single day is one of the reasons why I'm just showing up here for you guys, because I my heart goes out because I have been that person that's been working and still like not able to get ahead, or not able to get that promotion, or not being able to um, make ends meet sometimes, or you're stressed out and it's keeping you up at night. Yeah, that's me. I was that. I staying up and having to worry about how you're going to pay X, Y, and Z, or having this anxiety that comes over you like, oh my gosh, this bill is going to be due here soon, or the first of the month is coming. Oh my gosh, how are we going to do this? Being able to create something that for my family, where I can have the ability to be able to create a $600 day or a 300, or whatever the case is, that you come in at the program and learning the program on how it is that you're creating all of these different revenue streams is important. It's important to be able to share that with others, especially when you can access a free blueprint and you're able to do it online and you're able to do it from your phone. You don't have to have experience, you don't have to have tech, you don't have to have a following, and it's not an MLM. So you don't have to hold products at your house, which is incredible, because back in the day that the whole MLM thing was like huge. I mean, there's all of these different things that I've tried, right? I've tried the MLM where you hold products. I've tried this insurance thing where it's like a pyramid. I did my neighbors when I first got out, but I know that there's that possibility of better. And knowing that there's better, and now experiencing that there's better, and having the ability to be able to grow an online business, being able to create a $1,400 a day has changed exactly how people are creating income online with their phone, right? Now, if you haven't accessed the blueprint, you're able to do that. I've shared that with you guys a few times, but if you've missed it, BillDailyPayWithGloria.com, just drop your email and I'll send it to you. I'll send you the blueprint. I'll send it to you directly to your inbox. And just learning and understanding how people are creating that online revenue. How are people doing the online thing? How are people doing that business online? Because if they would have told me that there was this thing going on, I heard this from a friend of a friend, and I'm grateful to her every day. I am so thankful that she shared it because I had never even heard of such a thing. I didn't even know that such a thing existed. And just knowing that it's out there, I thought, oh my gosh, okay, I need to access because what we're doing sometimes and how we're doing it just doesn't seem to work sometimes. Doing the same thing over and over and not being able to get financially ahead, it means that you get stuck. All right. And just doing it over and over, it just financially, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to be stuck and living paycheck to paycheck and struggling to make ends meet. I feel you, friends, because I'm that person that's like, nope, not no more. I'm not doing that. We are going to get financially unstuck. All right. So I'm super excited to have been able to share with you guys and I appreciate your guys' time because I know time is of value and time is priceless. And I know this because my time had almost run out last year. And I am very, very grateful that I have been able to be here in order to be able to share with you guys the information, being able to share with you guys the ability to be able to do something that can change your family's life. And it's definitely changing a ton of lives because having the ability to be able to create extra income for my family has really been able to change how people like you and I, regular people, can actually grow an online business to a six figures and people are growing them to seven figures. I mean, I am not kidding. Seven figures online doing some simple things. I mean, you don't have to tell me twice. I will get uncomfortable as much as possible to be able to create a seven figure for my family from my phone. If somebody told me that this was possible from your phone, it's like, come on, right? So, yeah, that's like changing, right? Life changing. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let you guys go because it's about that time. And then I have to get to I have another tech call that I need to get on. But I am very grateful to have been able to share with you guys. I do appreciate your guys' time. And then again, it's super simple. BillDailyPayWithGloria.com. You're able to access the blueprint. You could do it with the link in my bio and or my page. I have all the videos. If you have already put ready in any of the videos, I have tried very deeply hard to respond to everybody. Sometimes if I miss somebody, I do apologize. Not trying to miss or ignore anybody in any way, shape, or form. I am very grateful to have been here with you guys today and being able to share. And again, I'm here same time every day. I'm not going to leave you guys high and dry. I'm going to be here for you. I'm going to be here for those that are the 9 to 5, just seeking and looking for something better, because I know that there's a lot of people that are looking for better. And I am here to try to help those every step of the way. Now, one of the announcements that I also wanted to make sure that I let you guys know that it is now available in English and in Spanish. So for my Spanish speakers, if you guys are wanting to learn how digital products work, I can say this in Spanish before I go. Para las personas que quieren aprender cómo uno está poniendo, cómo estamos aprendiendo cómo ganar ingresos 100%, y uno quiere aprender cómo es que están haciendo 6 cifras en línea y están ganando ganancias todos los días. Ahora sí uno puede tomar el programa en español y poder aprender cómo es que uno está haciendo las 2 horas de trabajo y están ganando $900 al día. So I had to say that in Spanish. I just wanted to put that announcement out there. I hope the Spanish algorithm kind of picks it up. I can actually highlight it and do a highlight on that. But I also wanted to be able to share that with the Latin community because they are having it in English and in Spanish now. So that's kind of the new announcement, which is really cool, is being able to learn how to be able to earn in English and in Spanish. So that's also available for the Spanish speakers. The community is over 60,000 now, and that's another update announcement, which is really cool that I wanted to be able to share with you guys. And I think that's as far as announcements go. I think those are the two big announcements. It's in Spanish and the community has reached over 60,000. So I just wanted to be able to share that with you guys. And I think those are the two before I go. Yeah. Okay. I got your announcements in. All right, you guys. I hope you all have a great and wonderful day. I will let you guys go. And then, of course, I will see you guys again tomorrow, same time, same place. All right. Talk to you later. Take care. Bye.